Welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about
whatever we want.
What were we saying about DJ Khaled?
What does he do?
He's a producer, right?
Like, yeah, he makes beats.
But why does he perform?
We the best music.
He's not rapping. He just says stuff in the background.
He's inspirational as well.
It's like branding your beats. Like they've been doing that. Oh man, since the beginning.
But how does he perform though?
That's what I mean. I don't have a problem with him like branding himself on songs. I get it. It's his beats. It's his artist, whatever.
You hear it like in the track.
You said you saw him at the.
Yeah, he was performing at that Triller fight with, or maybe not the Triller one,
like
the TikToker YouTuber fight, and a clip went viral because he was out there performing a song. And the audience wasn't singing along with him. And
but it's always other people on his song, though.
Yeah, it's weird because it's the hype man being the performer. Usually the hype man is with a rapper or a singer, a performer. Someone else is kind of the star of the show, and the hype man's just there to add some flavor. He is also the star. And so everyone's like, oh, what the fuck is happening?
But I think he became famous for two reasons, right? Like one is like our era knew him for the music, and then two, it was Snapchat when he started fucking around.
Major key.
And then he became a meme.
Ciroc.
So I think he kind of became a meme, like a comedian, a personality.
My whole thing is like when he performs.
What is he singing? Yeah,
what does he do?
I can't recall a verse. I can only hear his lines,
he
like his hype.
He doesn't rap at all.
He has 0 verses on his songs.
Yeah, when he did Rihanna's he did Rihanna's I forget what it's called, but it was on Amazon Prime or whatever. Right? She did like 2 fashion shows, right? And then the second
her Savage Fenty.
Savage Fenty, there it is. And he did a performance, and he comes out. But he's like with Big Sean, he's with like all these other rappers, and they're doing everything, and he just like walks by them. He's like in like a white pimp suit, you know, he just walks by, and he's just like, another one.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And that's like the whole performance.
All he needs to do, frankly.
So I can't imagine him being by himself, because like, that's like an acapella, that's like an instrumental.
Yeah, what's he doing?
DJs do though? Isn't it like, what does Steve Aoki do, man? He's just mixing shit.
He doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, he's just playing other people's music.
But at least he's mixing, you know what I mean? He's up there doing something.
He throws cake, yeah.
Do you have any DJ experience? Because I never know what are they twisting and turning and shit.
What it used to be?
And
bullshit, dude.
You're always like, and you're like, I don't hear anything that's happening.
I produced and DJ'd, but yeah, he doesn't know any. He didn't know any.
Wait, what are all those fucking knobs? Everyone's turning knobs and shit.
Nowadays, it's like you'll have like a mixer or a soundboard.
It does all the work for you.
You'll set certain things so that they control different things. It's not to say like this particular button does this thing. It's like you set it in the software. So it's like, all right, this button will be like my snares. This button will be like my extra kick or my drum. This one will be random like a hype vocal that's like, yeah. And then you'll just like set those things so you can either press the MPC to like control the sounds, or the knobs will like, you'll also set the knobs to be something, whether it be a leveler or something that gives distortion, or something that adds like just a speed ramp on snares right before like the one. Like you'll just fucking add anything.
Now when I worked in a high rise and I pretended like I was working, like when people, because they always do headphones on, headphones off, headphones on, headphones off. Turn knob, turn dial, turn knob, turn dial.
You see them go like, nah, that's not it. And then they go like this, and they're like, And then they're like, what changed?
The boss is watching me. The boss is watching me.
Because back in the day, it was mixing. Back in the day, you know, you basically had the crossfader, which you had 2 turntables.
That's the only button I understand. What about the other 15?
Okay, so back in the day, it was crossfader, and then you had levels, volume control, right? And then you had a mixer where you could equalize and change that, because you know you don't want all the sounds to mesh, like if the lows or whatever, so you have to kind of blend it. So that was the OG DJing. You just kept the music going without any stops, right?
And you might, for example, like on track 1, maybe they got like a certain beat, and then on track 2, which has the same BPM, maybe to fade it in, you take out the lows or all the basses, so you just bring in the snare or the melody into the first song, and then so you start hearing the melody of the track, but you're not getting distorted by like the basses, and then as you fade out the lows on this one,
you're using the bass from this, and then the kick or whatever. But then that's just blending, right? But now mixing is all automated. Like the beat matching, all that shit, the skill is basically taken out of that. Like back in the day where they were listening because they're beat matching, trying to match the record at the same BPM. But now the computer does it for you. So then the computer is already getting like matching the snare or whatever it needs to. And now you could do presets like Anthony
said. So they're just
like
ghost twisting. They're fucking.
No, they're adding, they're remixing. So you're doing live remixes. You might even get an acapella from something else and then put that on. You could layer multiple tracks. It's more than just two turntables now. You could have like fucking 30 different waves.
But you can realistically do your entire set, like pre-mix it.
Yeah.
So you're in essence just pressing play for the performance.
True.
But then like just adding extra random things during, even though the mix is already done.
Because you know when you see like a saxophone player, right? Like every button or every physical movement is matched with what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I see that, right? This was fucking going like this.
And you hear no difference.
Nothing.
Yeah. But are you feeling his energy?
Yeah. You want to see him do work though.
I want to see someone fucking come and handcuff his ass, and if I feel any difference.
Maybe
Tackle him to the ground.
if you were on E. Maybe that's the thing. You have to be on some drugs.
You gotta be rolling.
Part of the show though.
A different frequency.
You want to see a guy up there working. You don't want to see him stand up there and just stand up there.
Yeah, maybe you're on acid and then suddenly when you like see him doing this, there's like frequencies that you never knew were even there. You know what I mean? And they're like going into people's ears and shit.
Or you're gonna drop more E.
Have you seen how people do like one-man band shit though? It's like they'll record a segment and then so that's also doable.
Like a drum loop, right?
Yeah, so like you're playing a song and then you make like a mix.
Yeah.
And it's almost like live, like mastering a song or mixing as it's going to, and then you can do like live progressions. But also you can have MIDI controllers. MIDI controllers are just like having a keyboard, and then you can add whatever sounds you want and then play live.
I like the banjo guys with the fucking harmonica in their face.
That also have like the fucking like drum kicks in there on.
Those guys are working hard, you can tell.
And you got the fucking bass drum in the back that hits when you hit the fucking.
Hey, I give mad respect to one-man bands. Like when you see them live perform and like, it's fucking cool actually.
Yeah.
You gotta tip them like they're a 5-man band, dude.
This is for your mouth. This is for your hands. This is for your feet.
This is for your butt with the drum.
Have you seen Little Tokyo Arthur? That fool's been one-man banding since I was born, dude. He's always singing cover songs and shit. Now it's pretty sad though because he's always rolling up in a wheelchair and like he's doing his thing. He's falling apart. Yeah, but I remember being like 17 fishing at Santa Monica Pier and that fool would just like be our background music all night. Yeah. But now he's like got 2 teeth and he's still going on, man.
And he's just lonely as fuck.
Yeah, he's always doing Pretty Woman.
I was always worried about the. You ever been to Venice and you see the cat with the guitar on the roller skates?
Yeah.
But during COVID, I was like, wait, what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Because like nobody's out right now.
Probably
Some of those guys are still
skating.
there. Have you seen the bird shit Piano Man? There's a piano guy at Venice covered with bird shit because just birds land on his piano and just shit all over it.
Yeah, fucks with the piano.
Maybe it gives it its character.
Sound.
That sounds all different.
How big is the piano?
Oh, it's
big is the bird
upright,
shit?
and then he pushes it. It's on rollers, and he pushes it into
Where does he keep it?
I have no idea, dude, but it's covered in bird shit.
You know they're cleaning up Venice right now.
Are they?
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of everybody who is living on the beach.
So everyone.
So they're
The unhoused is what they call them.
unhoused. I don't know what.
I heard they're sending him to Vegas, dude. Summerlin area.
Yeah, that's what I
But
hear.
yeah, they're cleaning
That's
out
where
the
they should go.
tents and everything.
It's pretty crazy because I ride bikes there, and I don't know if you guys been during the pandemic.
I've seen.
Because there's always been homeless.
I've seen videos and it looks crazy.
But it's on another level now.
From the beginning of Venice all the way to Santa Monica, the whole, like, it's just rows and rows and rows.
I just saw this article come out where it was like, I think LA spent $6 billion or something on the homeless situation, and the population went from 30K to 80K.
So they spent money and it grew.
And it grew somehow.
It's like in San Francisco, they're spending like $30,000 for tents or some shit.
Yeah, like people are getting. I think homeless people are being posted up in tents in a parking lot and getting paid like $2,100 a month.
What the fuck?
In San Fran, yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit, that's
Let's
crazy.
just print more money and solve this, guys.
That's working.
I know, right?
Slowly
Solves
working.
everything.
Today's video is brought to you by Feels. Feels isn't about what you feel, okay? You don't get high on this stuff. It's about what you do not feel, and that is stress, anxiety, too much excitement to the point where you're like, I need to calm down. And before we went hiking, I went with my good old friend, David, and David is super afraid of heights. And we decided to take a little bit of CBD before we went on this. And I didn't know how bad this hike was gonna be until we got there. And I said to myself, this guy will not be able to handle this.
You know how scared of heights he is? So you know our new Vegas house? He got upstairs, you know, on one you could see both sides. He started crawling on the floor.
On the balcony?
No, on the inside of the house.
Inside of the house?
He's like, I don't want to look downstairs.
Good for us, we had some feels. We dropped a couple of on our tongue. We went doot, 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 and then we said, all right, let's get on the road. And then we decided to go further into this hike. And then he was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But he completed it and he said that, I swear to God, if I didn't have CBD, I don't think I would have been able to complete this. And it helped chill him out.
That's tight. What I also like about Feels is they actually have a customer hotline for people that are new to CBD, and you can call them because it's one of those things where you do want to experiment with the dose to see what works good for you, and that way you have the support of the actual company. So if you want to check it out, go to feels.com. That's feals.com/off-the-record to get 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's feels.com/off-the-record to get 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
I do have to say though, I drove by Skid Row the other day and it was the emptiest I've ever seen it. Maybe they all went to Venice, but I was like pretty shocked.
Well, if you're gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be Venice.
Beach?
They kicked out a bunch of people out of Arts District. They had like a bunch of encampments and or just like tents that like. I remember when it was like one tent and you're like, oh snap, look, there's like a tent here now. And then it turned into like 6 or 7 tents. They like cover the whole street on like 2nd Street. Now they're all gone. So literally, yesterday I was just like, oh shit, they're gone.
And then you start seeing RVs pull up too, like just old RVs.
That's where I'm
and they're like the whole colonies and shit.
Because these RVs look like they're made in the 60s, and I'm like, how do they even run? Like, did they get a tow truck to pull the RV and park it there? Like, some of these guys are living large, man.
Yeah, some Winnebago shit for sure.
We should do like an MTV Cribs like vlog and just see if we can find like the most pimped out homeless shelter.
I've seen one where this lady had like a house and a garage, and her inside of her house.
Let me unzip my garage.
Yeah, it actually looked pretty cool.
I bet you someone are living better than like some of us.
Dude, the tiny houses are legit. Yeah. Some of those are crazy looking inside.
Did you see the Pasadena one near Cossin by? He has this own little corner to himself. He has a fucking dish, satellite dish.
Yeah, off the freeway.
Yeah, and then he has like a tent, but he has a garden, and everything is like, it actually looks really pretty. And I'm like, no wonder you're a Pasadena homeless.
Wow, good for him. South Pass.
And still there? That's pretty good.
Right?
Yeah. If the neighbors don't care, that's big.
It's right on the border between like Pasadena and LA.
Because that's the only place you can really get away with it, right? Like right at the border. Because in Burbank, I know anytime there's a homeless person or a tent that gets set up, police officers come pick them up and drop them in like Glendale or some shit.
LA or whatever.
Right out of the Burbank.
That's how it was in Irvine. Dude. Homeless people get picked up and dropped off in Santa Ana. And then I was like, Santa Ana is where I was born. I get it.
Yeah, how would you like to live where they drop off the homeless people? You're like, wait a minute.
You know, the city of Honolulu, they sued like Detroit and all these other cities because they found out that a lot of the homeless people there were being sent by these other cities with one-way tickets. They would, you know, have homeless people at the shelters, clean them up, give them a one-way ticket to Hawaii, and then they basically become homeless again.
That's the best thing about when they do the RNC and the DNC, the conventions. Yeah. They always just take all the homeless people and just ship them out to somewhere else just to get them away from the city so it looks okay for a couple days.
And then they all come back.
They all come back, of course.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. That just blows my mind how this shit like happens, and we're supposed to be like this richest country in the world. Yeah. And then you drive around and you're like, man, sometimes I feel like we're not that rich.
Well, we're not, but there's some people who are really rich. And it's like, oh wow.
And then all you got to do is go to one really rich town, and like that richness makes up for like, you know, geographically like half the state.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like you could live blindly, and it's almost like there's this bubble, right, where you don't see the real America. And then you're just kind of like, man, life is great here. What are you talking about? It's awesome.
That's like Corona Del Mar.
Nobody cares about homelessness unless it's in their neighborhood. Especially if you live in a bubble where you don't see it, like say like very rich parts of like San Marino, very rich area.
Exactly, San Marino, because we were just talking about South Pass by the freeway, right? Like if those fucking homeless people are like 500 yards over and in San Marino, that would never happen.
Never.
Nope. But maybe that's where they're getting all their supplies though, like the San Marino garbage.
Yeah, people leave their stuff outside. They come out, they grab it and bring it back to their place, yo. Because they leave out some good shit. My desk at my house, it was from some house in San Marino. Someone left it out there. We went to go pick it up.
Because my neighbors, they were what do you call them? Those those trash treasure diggers?
Dumpster divers.
Dumpster divers. Yeah. Like
That's a politically correct term.
is it? I don't know. Because I had a big wheel that showed up one day at their house, and I was like, I used to have the same one. Come to find out, it was mine that my dad threw away because it broke. They fixed it and they kept it. But I used to go dumpster diving with them because I thought it was a fun family thing to do. Like when you're in elementary school, right? Like in 2nd, 3rd grade, you just think it's a thing you do, right? Like if you have a yard sale or whatever.
We're really learning about Joe's history right now.
Today is just like Joseph.
You're telling me if you're in 2nd grade or like 3rd grade, right?
Your dad didn't take you to the dump.
And if a family is doing this thing, would you question it, or would you be like, oh yeah, that's normal, everyone does it?
Well, I mean, it sounds like you pitched it like we're supposed to have all done that too, but we're all just going like, what?
Yeah, well, my neighbors did that, right? And then so, like it'll be like I sleep over or whatever, and they're like early in the morning before the trash man comes, we would just go and look for shit, and then sometimes they'll drive to like nice neighborhood like Palos Verdes or whatever, and then like just try to look around. They always had the dope stuff.
They'll put it on the curb.
Yeah, they'll put it on the curb.
That's the best stuff,
Yeah,
low key.
like they're not digging in the trash. Like that's where all the diapers and garbage is.
Well,
but
that's
like,
what dumpster diving sounds like. Though. Like
But-
that's like
yeah.
it's a dumpster.
But usually on trash day, they'll leave like bookshelves, beds, whatever out there because they know people will pick it up.
Half the stuff in my house.
That's different. There's dumpster diving. There's sidewalk surfing.
Sidewalk surfing, yeah.
That's like a scavenger hunt. That's fun.
Yeah, you might have.
I'm a sidewalk surfer, bro.
Yes.
Me and my wife, sidewalk surfers. And she does all types of like because vintage is like the hot thing, right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like super into that shit. So it's what people do is like at the farmer's market or whatever flea markets, they'll get this stuff, they'll repaint it,
Yeah.
and they'll sell it for
yeah.
like way over
Yeah, like
price.
three times the price or something.
But we do it. We bring it to our house, and half the shit in our house, like our coffee table, our fucking
That's what my girl's been doing with like OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace, by the way.
clutch, bro.
Picking up shit, and there'd be times where I'm like, why the fuck did you pick that up? She's like, because I'm gonna resell it. And I'm like,
What?
I love you.
But where did she find it?
It's just OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace.
How do they know the like how does she know that she can resell it?
That's just like couponing. She'll like look it up, right? And then she'll see like MSRP on some other places, and then she'll like check the other market areas, like the public marketplaces, and she'll be like, oh, I could totally sell this for an upcharge. So she'll buy like a patio set for like $200. I'm like, why the fuck did we need a patio set? We don't even have a big enough patio. She's like, because I could sell for $350. She did, and I was like, wow. Do it again.
That's true. There's this guy that made like $1 million business on Amazon by buying clearance aisle shit.
From like Target and stuff.
Because
right?
you'll look at
Yeah.
the price and be like, oh shit, this is on for $5. I could sell it for 10, and then you'll buy all the clearance items and then sell it on Amazon.
Because people want to get rid of shit. So you could take it and resell it, and there it is.
Sidewalk surfers,
Dude,
dude.
my mother-in-law came home one day to my house, and she goes, oh, we have a brand new couch for you guys. We got a brand new couch. And it's completely brand new. She found it on the sidewalk in a rich area.
How is it
Left out
completely
there.
brand new? On the
It was in a
sidewalk?
box, bro. It was in a box.
I want to see all the mismatched furniture in your house.
Couch in a box?
Surprisingly, I don't design none of this stuff, but my wife is very good at it, and our house looks very nice.
Wait, you said couch in a box? I didn't know couches came in boxes.
Couch in a box, bro. It was a fold-out couch. It's crazy.
A futon?
Yeah, okay. I was like, I'm looking at a couch like,
I'm gonna take a picture of this for you guys, and then I'll send it.
I'm like, is it a blow-up couch?
It's a couch in a box.
Yeah, unless it has a bed. Is it a bed couch thing?
It can go flat. It's from IKEA.
That's a fucking futon, bro.
Yeah, that's a futon.
It's a beanbag chair.
I'm telling you, it's a whole mattress and it comes in a box. Yeah, you just blow it up. It's a piece of cake.
And then you bend it over so it sits right.
That's it. And it's a chair too. Yeah. Take some of the air out. It's a chair.
Strong enough, it could be a blanket too.
The blanket idea, I like.
Dude, Nick's house is gonna be crazy, huh?
Crazy, dude.
Wow.
When I was moving, you know how I had to move in like 3 days. Remember that? You helped me move and shit?
Joe was like, hey, come help me move. And I was like, okay. I went there. He's like, take all this shit. And I was like, cool.
I gave out thousands of dollars worth of shit because I couldn't find a way to get rid of it. Oh, wow. But there's probably
This guy's sidewalk surfing skills are really, really impressive.
But there's
right now.
probably like a bunch of people like me that just needs to get rid of shit as soon as possible.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Half the shit on the marketplace where you get some really good deals is because they're like, I'm moving, just come take it. Just come take it.
Honestly, no bullshit. I'm moving this weekend if you want some free shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm picking up my keys tonight. Yeah.
How come
Wait, where you moving?
you're giving away stuff? You don't need some of it?
Every time you move, it's it's either you're taking, you kind of like go through your own spring cleaning, right? You're just did I even fucking use this here at all?
Marie Kondo yourself.
Dude, you just got your new setup and you're moving already?
Okay, well, it's long story short, I ended up moving spot because like in the pandemic, right? All the rent prices dropped dramatically in Arts District, but the thing is, because I had a lease already, they were raising my rent. So I was staying in a building called the Gary in Arts District, and my lease was going up to $4,000. What? When the same building was I literally searched the fucking website. They were offering the same apartment units for $3,100 during the time.
Wow.
And so we made a complaint as well, and we were just like, yo, like, can we just get this new price? And like, no, because you're already in the lease. So we just like moved out to the next building. But then I only put in an 8-month lease because I didn't know where things were gonna go with the pandemic, and then we ended up having to close our Arts District studio anyway. So now I was like, all right, cool, I'll move out.
So the place you're moving to is saving more money?
I'm technically spending like this much more, but I'm getting like 600 more square feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like really, really different.
That's huge in LA. That's a whole new apartment.
That's why I'm moving to Glendale, though. You know.
Yeah.
So where the homeless people get dropped off.
Are you moving yourself?
It's me and my fiance.
Just the two of you guys.
Just the two of us.
I hate moving, dude. I hate it.
I know. I do too. Which is why I'm telling Nick to come over, get some free stuff, and move.
I like helping people move. But
If
our
anyone
house is
needs to
filled up.
move, ask Nick.
Yeah, I'll help you move. I'm not gonna take your stuff. I like helping my friends move, yo.
Really?
Yeah.
I fucking hate moving, dude.
Yeah.
I hate moving myself.
I'm genuinely gonna hit you up because I don't like moving.
Hit me up, dude. I like trying to move stuff and fitting it in the.
Are you down to move?
Tetris?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you down to move if the owner's not even there? Oh, yo, dude, can you help me move, please? I'll see you tomorrow.
Not that down. Not that down.